Yo, 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 what's going on, guys? It's Kalico, and oh my god, that UFC card last night was crazy. That Blades fight, 10 out of 10. Also, Jerry getting knocked out literally crushed my soul. But anyways, I'm here to talk about the event going on at Dead by Daylight right now, which I actually have played. I know that I quit the game a long time ago, but some of my buddies have been playing it, so I decided I would download it and give it another try just to try and have fun with it, which I have been having fun, so expect some Dead by Daylight content soon. But even though the game is in an awful state right now, it really is. It's not in a good state with the meta. It's really annoying to play against. Whether you're playing on the survivor side or the killer, they're both really unfun to play against. There's no way around it. But it is fun if you play with friends and play with the positive mindset of just having fun. Anyways, that's not what we're here to talk about. We're here to talk about the event that is coming to a close, which is the Blood Moon event. Now, I say coming to a close, but it does have quite a bit of time left on it, honestly. I'm pretty sure it ends on like March 26th or something. Or, no, not March 26th. Sometime soon. I don't remember when, but it ends soon. But basically, I just want to go over it and see if it's better than last year's, since last year's was pretty damn awful. And yeah. So, starting off, we're just going to go with what Dead by Daylight has basically told us about the game mode, which we've already played. So, I'm just going to break down the basics of it. We have the blood generators, which replace 4 out of 7 generators. And to repair the blood generators, you have to fill up the blood can at the blood pump with, by the way, only one survivor can do that now at a time. And they'll replenish over the course of a trial. And once your blood can is full, you can go and dump it at the blood generator. And that's basically how the game functions. That's how this mode functions with the blood pumps and the blood cans and the generators. If you run holding a blood can, you will lose blood from the can. And that is important because that means you won't be able to put as much into the generator. So, basically, it's a big improvement over last year, obviously. You know, there's a lot of things that they changed, and I'm very thankful for, but let's just get into them. Blood pumps can only have one survivor using it at a time. That is huge, because I feel like before, a lot of people would just find one blood pump, and then they would just gen rush with that blood pump. And just so that only one survivor can do it now, I feel like that helps a lot as a killer player myself. I play mostly killer. I feel like that helps a lot. So I'm glad that they changed that. And now, the blood generators also take longer to repair than they did last year. I wish that I could have uploaded some of my own gameplay, but it's just taking too long, so I don't have it. But you're just going to have to take my word for it. But the blood generators do take longer to repair than they did last year, so that helps a lot as well. And also, whether you see it as a plus or a downside, it is up to you. Survivors can now carry blood cans and their item. So if you're ever worried about flashlights or toolboxes or anything like that, just know that they are back. You can stay worried about them. Congratulations. But honestly, I don't know how I feel about this. I think it's okay. I don't really think it's good or bad. I mean, I guess it's good if you're a survivor player because it's going to make it funner. But as a killer player, you already have a lot to worry about in this game mode, so I don't really know. That's up to y'all to decide. Y'all let me know in the comments whether y'all would prefer to not be able to hold an item while you hold a blood can. Also, we have the fact that the Blood Moon event was way better the year before last, and that basically makes a lot of people universally dislike this format for the Blood Moon event, because a lot of people would just rather the old format for the Blood Moon event since it was so much better than this one. But I will say, with the changes they're making, it is a lot funner. Not saying it's better, but it is a lot funner than, it has been. And I still think I prefer the other format, but this one is okay right now. Like, it's not the worst thing ever. It's still probably the worst out of all the events, but it's not. I really like it, but I just like all the events, really. But it's getting better, and I can appreciate that. So, yeah. So, a lot of concerns are going on with this mode. Well, not really concerns, but a lot of issues are going on with the mode right now when it comes down to how it works fundamentally. And the reason that it is basically kind of disliked right now is because it's basically what JC Glitchmaster said. If you watch his videos, go watch him. He's a great YouTuber. But basically, the game mode is flawed fundamentally. Like, at the base, the game mode is flawed. And the reason for that is because normally in Dead by Daylight, you have your generators that you patrol, and survivors have to repair them to literally progress the game. They have to repair the generators to progress the game and move forward, which you still do that in this mode. You do repair the generators. But the problem is that there's now blood pumps. Now, the problem with the blood pumps and the generators is that people are only spending around 10 to 12 seconds, around 9 to 12 seconds on the generator. And they're actually spending more time running from the blood pump to the generator. Like, they're spending more time getting the blood from the blood pump, running it to the generator, using it on the generator for only 9 to 12 seconds, and then running back and doing the same thing again. So that breaks it down in a way to where survivors are spending more time running around and on something that the killer cannot see than on the actual generators that we are able to see and able to actually, walk to and patrol and know exactly where it is so that we could go and patrol it. And we can't see the blood generators, by the way. So there's only so much you could do when it comes to finding people. You kind of just got to hope that they're on it as you find it, because it's really rare to find somebody just sitting there on a generator. Because, let's just use the way that I play this game mode as a survivor, for example. There are 4 blood generators, all right? Which means there's 3 normal, all right? So what I do is I immediately rush the first normal generator so that we could leave the blood generators to do for all the other generators, because they're a lot faster than the normal gens. Now, think of it in how I play it. If I do that first gen, all right, that I'm going to have to just sit there and do the skill checks for 80 seconds. What is going to stop me from doing only blood gens for the rest of the game after that? And my buds, all right? What's going to stop us from doing that? And what that's going to do is it's going to make us unpredictable, and it's going to make us faster, because they're faster to do. They're easier to do because there's no skill checks or anything. You could just mind numb, like you could just do it, just mind numbingly walk back and forth, put fixated on, and you don't even got to run. You could just walk faster. And he basically has no idea where we're at 80% of the time, because some of these blood pump spawns are fucking ridiculous. Seriously, like they'll spawn in the most weird, like that's another issue, by the way, is the spawns of the blood pumps. Supposedly they take place of where the hook spawns are, but I'm not exactly sure. Don't quote me on that. But regardless, they spawn in terrible locations. That's another reason why some people on Survivor is saying that they can't find them and that the mode is hard to play because of that. And there's also simultaneously people on Killer saying that it's going too fast because the blood pumps are in such good locations that their generators are going too fast. So just like I've seen so many people say, we're in such a sweet spot of fucking uncertainty and unfunness that somehow Survivor and Killer is both getting the shitty end of the stick at the exact same time because the blood pumps are so unpredictable. And that's a really crazy thing to see going on at the same time. I don't think I've ever seen a game mode somehow make it hard to play Killer and hard to play Survivor at the same exact time, because it's not really possible. In 2v8, it's fun to play either, regardless of what you're doing, because it's just fun. And then you have Chaos Shuffle, which is one of my personal favorites. It's just fun because everybody gets a random perk. Sure, you could get the shitty end of the stick, but it's not like a Survivor or Killer gets the shitty end of the stick. It's you personally are getting the shitty end of the stick because you got bad perks. And that's just part of the fun of the mode. And people love Chaos Shuffle. It's my favorite personally. I love Chaos Shuffle. And stuff like that is why it's well balanced, because it's not a Killer or Survivor problem. It's a you problem. If you have an issue with the mode, that is fine. But not everybody will. It's not a specific fundamental problem with the game mode like it is with Blood Moon. It is a problem with the game mode itself. It's not a problem with the player. It's a problem with it fundamentally being unpredictable, really lopsided either way, because you could get good or bad pump spawns, and either way you're getting flushed out no matter what side you're on, because either you're getting a flush on survivor or you're getting a flush on killer. There's no in between. So I don't know. It's really interesting, and I really do enjoy seeing the mode get better. I know it's been a lot of negativity coming out of me, but I really do like the mode right now, and I think it is getting better. But if they could find a way to change this, we would have a lot better of a time and a lot funner time playing this game mode. And yeah, that's just my opinion on it. I think that if they could get through it, then it'll be a lot more fun. Another thing is we have a lot more blood points this time around. We have like a 6-time multiplier, and we have some of the coolest new skins that I've seen in a while, from Orella and the Spirit and Blight and fucking Jake, and Sable has probably my favorite skin of hers, and the Deathslinger has one of the most awesome skins I've ever seen in an event. This Frontier Nightmare skin is actually gas. This makes me want to buy it and play the Deathslinger, so we're gonna see. But yeah, overall I would rate this event probably like a 6.5 out of 10, I'd say. When comparing it to all the others, I think in my head it goes to like 6.5 out of 10. But not awful, not like as bad as it was last year, but definitely some room for improvement that they could work on next year. But yeah, that's my opinion. Hope you guys can like and subscribe and enjoy the content coming in the future. Peace.